Not the TV show, this, because you
It's
got to
recording.
do the introduction.
Right. And 5, 4, 3,
Wake up.
2, 1. Hey guys, what's up? It's Heath Bernie again.
Hey, we're back.
Back for another review of Marry Me Now, episode 5. See
It's
what these
episode
fools
5?
talk about. Yeah.
Already? Wow, it's going by. How many is there? Do you
I don't know. I think there's 8.
Okay.
See what these fools talking about today.
Going by fast.
See what they talk about. So, if you appreciate the comments and likes and subscribes, my blew up. What are you doing with the fan?
I'm warm.
That's
That was
hot?
too much.
I mean, you got that
Well,
joint on high.
I turn everything off, so I probably need to turn that.
Thank you for liking and subscribing to
thank
my
you for
channel.
the sweatshirt shout out too.
Yeah, and then have you noticed Bernie's spectacles? Her spectacles that she gets.
Why are you all up in my spectacles?
I'm shouting out your spectacles.
Oh, but
You
nobody
got
said nothing about my spectacles.
I'm saying something about your spectacles.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You have nice spectacles on.
Oh, go ahead.
She has a new set of spectacles each week. Have you noticed?
Well, I have a whole bunch of readers around the house with blue light.
If you would stay around to the end, because at the end, we're going to be giving some relationship advice with respect to what these people are talking about here on the screen today on the show.
Hopefully
and
we'll be
see
able
what
to.
they, if they're going to, say, I do and get married, and what kind of issues that happen in their relationship, what goes on in their relationship, or anything that may happen. We're going to be talking about it at the end. Okay.
Hopefully we'll be able to give some good advice.
Hopefully. We do this for a living.
No,
we'll be able to give some good advice.
I mean, depending on what's happening, sometimes it's hard because it's like...
It's hard for you because
It is hard for me
because you be in your feelings.
This whole show is hard for me. Y'all feel me? Okay. These elementary loves are a bit too much.
So let's see if they say their age this time, because the last time somebody said that they said their age in the show, and we went back and we couldn't find the age, so we didn't know how old. We don't know how old these people are.
They put the age of the kids last time, but I didn't see no age next to the people's name unless it's in that after show you was telling me about.
Right,
but we don't watch no after show.
We don't have time for that.
The first one is enough. I can't take more of this.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. They weren't together in elementary.
No.
They just knew each other all through elementary, and then she reached out while they're grown on Facebook.
Yeah, so that's when he had a little Facebook courage. It's like, I'm grown now. I didn't have game back then, but now I do, and I got a little Facebook courage. So I'm gonna tell you, I like you.
Okay.
I've always liked you. I had a crush on you, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good dude. I mean, he actually took his own money and invested it in her business because it was her dream to start a fitness and wellness gym. And I mean, he was like, we may not be able to get married because I'm putting my money into this investment of yours that is something that you really want. And even without them being married, I think that's real good.
It sounds real good. We'll see.
We'll
see.
Okay. But I don't know if her, as a thank you, is saying, will you marry me? I don't know if that's going to be what he wants to be. To receive as a thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. But they only been together 3 years, so
yeah. Well, we was only together for 2 years. Yeah, so I dropped it on you.
Yeah, but we was friends.
He's their financier.
But our whole thing, anyway.
Okay.
You had a plan, and I wasn't a part of it. So. What do you mean? He's her financier.
I think this is it.
He invested in her business.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
She said he bootstrapped the whole thing. Well, not the whole thing, but like he bootstrapped it. He made it so that it could happen. So if she
took that man all his money to help. She took his whole money to help her in investment. So she don't got no problem with that.
Rebecca Lynn Pope is saying that she feels the courage and confidence to ask this man to marry her because she just reconnected with her father after 20 years. For the first time. She feels like she's has abandonment issues. She got daddy issues, and so now
the girl didn't say that.
She didn't say that. Rebecca said that.
Okay.
And so because of that, she doesn't feel like she has trust issues and relying on people issues. But to your point, Why would all of that make you say, I now am going to ask my boyfriend to marry me? I don't see the connection of that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't see that connection at all. To me, that was a huge reach on connecting those two things.
Let me think. If I got abandonment issues and maybe she wants to just take control of her relationship and be like, I want to get married and I'm going to ask him.
I think Rebecca, is that the lady?
Yeah.
Sound like she was saying, because you have these daddy issues, which the girl did not say she had daddy issues. She didn't say that. But it sounded like she was saying, oh, that's making you think about family, so you want your own family. That's why you're going to propose to this man.
That's a reach.
Yeah, I ain't getting any of that from the girl.
That's a reach. But, she know her better than we do.
She just want to be married.
Yeah, I mean, the man basically funded your business. Why would you not? You dating him, you like him. He's invested in your business. Why would you not want to marry him?
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with her daddy.
Finding your daddy. I don't know why she said that, but whatever.
And I would feel some type of way if I invested in your business as your boyfriend, and then the reason why you want to marry me is because I connected with my dad, so I want a family of my own. Well, shouldn't it be tied to what it is I did for you? I would be like,
how you feel about me.
Yeah. Whatever. She don't seem like she got any issues. It's just that she just want to get married. She want to ask him, and somebody gave her the idea for this show.
I'm doing this for him because he did it for me. He don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, why would Don't think that you're doing me a favor because I've funded your business and financed your business, and then you're gonna do me a favor by asking me to marry you as a thank you.
Yeah.
That is not what I want as a thank you. I just wanted to just be helpful. I love you. I probably would want to marry you, but I don't need you to do this for me as a thank you.
But she said something earlier about him saying we're not gonna be able to get married because he funded the business. Yeah. Were they getting ready to get married?
He spent their money that they would get they would spend on the wedding for this.
Maybe they was getting ready to get married soon.
Yeah. They don't sound like they have any relationship issues that would prevent them from actually getting married.
Like a nosy mama or nothing.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
So I think this is really interesting. She's talked about
Kayla?
No, yeah.
Jakayla.
Okay. She's talked about she got trust issues. She hasn't had any men show up in her life that are responsible, so she doesn't really know how to receive a responsible man, and the communication issues that they say they have, that she says that they have, are her not trusting and listening to him, and her not communicating as much because she's just so used to doing everything by herself, which I think is something that you can work on. It's not a deal breaker for a relationship, but it's something that you definitely build on. But this incident, this thing of proposing to him and getting married right away, plays right into that insecurity that she has, and plays right into that controlling and take charge kind of personality that you're trying to work on.
Right.
So I don't know how this, if you're working on it, this is actually going to help it. It actually feeds more into it, especially if he says yes, and then it just validates that you're right.
And he's just going along again.
Right. I mean, she did talk about her father, meeting her father when she was 17, 18, and now she's 31, and she's not really used to men being in her life. So I really don't know.
Or receiving help from him because.
But you received help from him enough for him to give you all his money.
Apparently they don't follow through, but she didn't have. He followed through, and she was there to receive it. So I don't know why she trusted him.
Because he paid for that joint.
Yeah, but why? How did she trust him to do it? I guess he.
Well, he probably was like, "I'll do it." She's like, "Okay, let me see." And then he was like, bam, credit card. Bam, here you go. He sold his investments and then put it down. She's like, oh, I think I want to marry him.
Did they say he sold his investments?
She said he used his investments and to fund her business. So that's why she wanted to marry him. Because she trusts him more than any man that she's ever experienced before. Which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But taking control out of his hand and just saying, I want to marry you now.
Well, Well, that's all these men's problem is the now thing, because they all be like, yeah, sure, I'll marry you. And then when that girl say, will you marry me now? It's like, now? And then they go in that room.
Yeah.
And then they be thinking about what they were saying
first
at the meeting.
They get in the car.
Yeah, they get in the car and then they start thinking. And then she said, what you thinking about? Oh, just thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a girl? What was that?
That's a girl.
That's a guy.
I'm proposing to Terence.
That's a girl.
How do you
It
feel?
is? But can you remind who is it? Who is
It's
that
her
to
friend.
her?
A friend. She hugged like
A dude.
them dudes, them females that be dudes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for her.
One of the persons in the house music stuff.
If he was to say no?
Whenever I see her,
Very, very
she hugs me. She's taller than me. And she hugs me and she puts her hand on the back of my head.
What?
Yeah.
What you mean on the back of your head?
Like she hugs me and she put.
Why does she do that?
I don't know why she does that.
Why you don't move her hand?
I mean, it's like hey, how you doing? It's one of them, hey, how you doing?
So she go like this?
No, she do like this. Say, hey.
Okay, I'll do it with you.
What?
Yes. She gives me a very. I feel like I'm being booked. I feel like I'm the woman in that. She caught me off guard. I didn't know. I was like, ooh.
You need to stop hugging her.
Yeah. I try to dap her up, but she don't want to.
You need to go the other way next time you see her, because you're a little boy in her womb.
Yeah, and because she's taller than me, it's
exactly.
like, oh, this doesn't feel comfortable.
So I wanted to incorporate.
She started crying because she passed all her hurdles. She told mom, grandma, told his mom and his father. It's like everything else is done except to tell him.
You think that's why she started crying?
Yeah, because he was supportive. He was like, okay, times has changed. All right, y'all gonna go ahead.
He said, y'all think y'all
just
ready?
Keep your eyes on the prize.
Well, he immediately started counseling.
Yeah, because he know.
Because they've been married a long time. He know.
You think that if he says no,
I said, I wonder how she's going to react. Remember that plan I said people need to have afterwards?
Yeah.
I wonder. I feel like, well, I don't know. But I wonder if she most of the women have had an attitude and cry, be boo-hoo. But for some reason, I feel like she's going to be like, okay, that's fine. We'll just do it later. And not have an attitude. But I don't know why I think that about her at all.
Well, I don't trust Rebecca Lynn Pope because she's going to try to make it be like, why not?
It's his fault.
How come? Well, I know you want your dad here, but she's here.
I feel like
it's like my dad going through radiation. I want my dad here.
Right.
I've always envisioned my dad being by my side, and I want him here.
We'll see.
What were you about to say?
I don't remember.
You said I feel that something.
It's gone into the abyss.
Okay. I think he'll say yes. I think he's going to say yes.
I hope so.
That's not fair.
No, they're not going to be outside walking because it's raining. They're going to make him come back. Why you got that tattoo? Okay, go ahead.
That's not fair. If he says no, then, and if you don't understand why, then it's going to be a problem. And
I think she was just talking. I feel like the answer he's going to give, she's going to receive and accept and be okay with it. I feel like she was just talking when she said it's going to be a problem. Even though you brought this all up on yourself.
Yeah,
it don't make no sense.
It's not fair for you to have an issue with me not wanting to marry you right now and you not understanding it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can feel some type of way about it, but it doesn't mean that I don't want to be with you. But and you're understanding because you don't communicate that well, because you don't listen, and you're well, no, she listens, but her problem is communicating back to him.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it may be an issue. He may have a problem with that. What about that? Well, we'll see.
Biological father. Wait, what?
I'm
confused. Wait. Oh, Jay, her biological.
Yeah, he look.
Go back.
He look at him.
What?
I'm happy now.
He must work out. Maybe he owned a gym too, because he looked way younger than the mother.
I know. I'm trying. I'm like, his makeup.
He don't even look old.
He looked younger than him, than the groom. Her father looked younger than the groom. And house hunting.
House hunting.
I'm hoping to have a baby in the near future.
limit back and do all this extra stuff. You know, like boom.
Oh, yeah, planning to visit Terence father in Florida. Oh, he's in Florida. That was a nice one. That I didn't feel irritated at all this whole time.
Yeah.
Whew, it wasn't stressful.
It wasn't no drama.
I know, it wasn't. That's why I knew he was going to say yes.
They already were a happy couple together.
And they haven't been living together for 3 and 7 and 10, 15 years with 3 kids, all that nonsense, still saying no. See, I'm getting irritated just talking about it. Let me get back to this was a nice one. Let me just calm down. This was a nice one.
So I guess I would say for both of us, we feel like this was a successful relationship that worked out, and the wedding worked out well. What if somebody is a sort of a boss lady? They call her boss lady. I don't know about that because he had to fund your business, but you do run your business. I give you credit for that.
But this, go ahead. Were you finished?
No, but you go ahead.
It might go along with what you just said, but I feel like these two people, the reason why it worked and what you might need to work on is, I think like they are very intentional in their lives on what they want to do with their lives. She doing a business. He was very intentional on helping her. Yeah. There ain't no games. They just doing what they do in life, and they're not like, faking.
Right. And life. He already was a whole individual that was doing his own thing. She said in the beginning that he sold some of his investments, or he used some of his investments to fund her business. So he was doing his own thing, and he decided, I want to be with you, and I'm going to invest into you. Really, I think he was investing into his future with her. Yeah. And she was like, I want to say thank you and appreciation for that by asking you to marry me, which I wouldn't recommend. But if you do that, I'm not mad at you.
Yeah. And it worked for her this time, for her, and because of who he is. So he was all in. I mean, he'd been all in because he funded her business. But I feel like they both had intentional lives and things going on where it just complemented each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that there are any issues in their relationship that they were glaring that I was like, okay, they need to do that before they get married. But I do think as they are a now married couple, what they do need to work on is their interdependence. Because she is a very independent woman, right? And she's going to have to, she's going to have to learn how to be interdependent. Now, I find it very interesting that she was very willing to take his money and receive that as interdependent. But I wonder what other limitations that she may have in terms of what she's willing to take from him, like his recommendations on what she should do in business. Or especially as a married couple, things that they do together. I wonder if she's going to try to run roughshod and just try to control their marriage. You know how some women can be, they can assert their preferences and desires over their mates, and then they all they want is what they want, and they're not really considered about the other person.
Right. So but he's going to have to step up to. It's going to be his job to step up if he has something to contribute to whatever they're trying to do, but it's going to be her job is to allow him to help and lead or help and do whatever, because she's used to being the boss, whatever, lady, whatever. And so she's just going to have to let him be. But I think he's kind of comfortable watching her being this boss person.
Yeah, well, he's comfortable because he doesn't live with her.
Right, now that's very true, because everybody knows. Yeah. It changes when you live together.
As soon as y'all enter them doorways.
That's a different
story. As soon as you carry her over the threshold, then things look different. Yeah. You had a break from that personality before. But I think to the point that you just made, I think that she is going to have to work on how she allows him to lead. Or I don't want to say lead, but how she allows him to be the type of man that he wants to be in his marriage. Right. And she needs to give room to him to allow that to grow, especially because he has a father and he's seen what that looks like. Mm-hmm. And she has not had a father, so she doesn't know what that looks like. Right. So she doesn't know what that husband who is a provider and a support person looks like in her family. So she's going to have to give room for that. It's going to be different for her. She could
see it in his parents, in his father.
Yeah, but
I don't know if she's been, but he in Florida, so I don't know how much she's been around them.
Even if she has been around them, she hasn't been exposed to it herself. So she doesn't know. That's the thing. She doesn't know how she's going to feel when he says, "No, baby, I think we should do this," and then she's so used to be like, "No, I don't know. A man used to not telling me what to do. I don't do what I want to, and blah blah blah. I'm gonna do this."
Yeah,
she's not used to that.
Yeah, hopefully she won't be like that. I feel like she trusts him enough to allow him to have input.
She's not used to that in a living together marriage context,
right?
Which nobody is until you actually get married.
But the thing is, the reason why you're okay with allowing the man to make the decision or lead or whatever is because you trust that he knows what the heck he's talking about. Yeah. That the problem comes in when you're talking crazy, and that don't make sense.
Yeah, and there's trust there.
So yeah,
and so it makes her, when there's trust there, it makes her be more willing to relent to what he decides that he wants to do in terms of the direction that they want to go for the family.
Right.
Or his preferences, because it's not always about the big picture direction. Sometimes it's about the small things, like, oh, well, I think we should, wait to buy this new car, and instead of buying it right now. And
it's always about the small things. The small things are the things that be breaking folks the heck up, because we all come from different backgrounds. So the way I might do it is different from the way he might do it, because he didn't grow up like I grew up. He grew up differently. So it's them little decisions about, well, I want to live down this street. Well, I like it on the other side of town. Yeah. It's these little, I don't know if that's little, but, or even just how you put stuff in the house or whatever. And then the other thing is, sometimes people are better at doing things than you are. So the one who can do it better needs to be the one who does it. It don't have to be gender or whatever. It's a male man thing, a woman thing. Who does the finances better? Who keeps everything, who
cleans better? Who cooks better? Who does that? But the assessment of who does it better also is a conversation that they're going to have to contend with.
That's true.
Like whose judgment is preferred in certain areas, because he has a certain type of judgment that motivates him or influences the way that he makes decisions. She has a certain type of judgment that influences her the way that she makes decisions. Like you make decisions at a slower pace than I make decisions.
That's correct.
And I have to not say that your decision making process is wrong.
Right. It's just different.
And mine is right. It's just different.
Just different.
And when there's a decision that needs to be made, and we have to make the decision, like whose judgment is it going to lean on?
Well, here comes that dirty word in marriage.
Compromise.
Right.
So they're going to have to contend with all that while she deals with being in a marriage with a man that she's never been represented in her life before, and dealing with all the issues that come together with marriage. So
but like I said, I think because she kind of trusts him with that, because he's a good person, I think she has this huge trust in him.
That's a good baseline.
Yeah, it is, because a lot of people, I mean, if you don't have that trust, and then the person is making crazy decisions that's wreaking havoc over the household with these decisions, that just don't work.
No, it doesn't. So this episode actually was not that bad.
It wasn't. I actually feel good. I don't feel all disgusted.
I was smiling. I was happy for him.
I was smiling too. You see my face would go downcast and disgusted, and I'm like, can we turn this off? It's too much.
Yeah, I was happy for them.
Me too.
I
felt good about this one, finally.
A good couple that has a positive outlook on their future together. They're very healthy and whole individually, even though she has some trust issues and some daddy issues and some independence issues to work on. But she's found someone that she's willing to surrender some of those preferences to. And you can't get mad at that. They don't got to be perfect before you get married. But
no.
So,
you can tell they really care about each other and love each other and trust each other. And the other... He funded her whole business. He loves her. He was going to be with her. You could tell he loved her.
He funded her whole business.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Did he say yes, ma'am, to her?
Yeah, he did. That's his parents' upbringing. Yes. He called his father sir.
And his mother said he was a good.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Boy?
He's a good man. He's a good man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Our mother say that, but she was telling the truth this time.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He wasn't a mama's boy. You could tell.
So let us know what you think about this relationship. You think it's going to last? If you saw the episode, you think it's going to fizzle out? I don't think it's going to fizzle out. I think they're going to do well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, so let us know if you agree with us. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate your likes and subscribes.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to check out some previous episodes, click the links below and see what it is that we've done and said about other relationships. And we'll be back for the next one.
Next week.
To see what other kind of tomfoolery and hijinks that
can we get
appear.
another nice one? Them other ones just take a lot out of me. It's too much. Some of these, it's like, turn it off. I can't anymore. This was a good one, though.
It was a good one.
You
liked both of the. It's like you liked both of the people.
I did. I liked her and I liked him.
They're both likable people.
Yeah, they were.
All right, y'all. We out.
Bye.